Now to Washington and the noisy debate over our federal debt. President Obama meets this morning with dozens of House Republicans who voted last night to stop the government from borrowing more money. CBS News Congressional correspondent Nancy Cortez is on Capitol Hill this morning. Good morning, Nancy.
Good morning, Rebecca. And Republicans held a vote last night to prove that any attempt to raise the debt ceiling without also cutting spending is doomed to fail. Democrats called it a stunt with the potential to harm the markets.
This is like a kabuki dance today.
What Democrats called political theater, Republicans described as an important political statement, holding a vote on a bill they unanimously oppose to raise the debt ceiling with no strings attached.
This vote, a vote based on legislation I've introduced, will and must fail.
And fail it did.
And the bill is not passed.
By a wide margin, with every single Republican voting no.
That this wild spending spree the president's been on the last 2 years has to come to an end.
82 Democrats also voted no, while their leadership continued to blame Republicans for driving up the debt in the Bush years by lowering taxes and going to war with Iraq.
They ran up the debt, and now they don't want to pay their bills.
The nation actually hit its $14.3 trillion debt ceiling 2 weeks ago, and since then has been taking emergency measures, such as liquidating some investments, which the Treasury Secretary says will keep the government from defaulting on its debts until August.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is not an honest debate. This is not an honest proposal. This is a serious issue.
Behind closed doors, a small group of Republicans and Democrats, led by Vice President Biden, are taking it seriously, trying to come up with cuts worth more than $1 trillion in order to offset an increase in the debt ceiling. But freshman Republicans who campaigned on fiscal discipline are pushing for larger cuts.
We've seen what has happened in Greece and Ireland, and I reject that future for the United States.
This vote took place after the markets closed yesterday, so it's unclear what, if any, impact it will have today. But Republican leaders privately assured leaders on Wall Street that this was just a symbolic vote and that they would vote to raise the debt limit once their conditions were met. Rebecca?
Yeah, Nancy, they have a little time before that August 2 deadline. Wall Street will obviously be watching. With the Biden group, does it look like there's going to be some consensus in this bipartisan group before that deadline?
Well, both sides say that's what they're committed to, but there is some disagreement between the two sides about just how much time they have. The administration says August 2 is the drop-dead date. That's when the U.S. could start to default on its loans. But Republicans, many freshman Republicans in particular, say there's no reason why we can't continue to go on past August 2nd, and they'd like to hold out for a better deal.
CBS's Nancy Cortez on Capitol Hill. Thank you.